take the step today and tomorrow will come. It's that simple. But far too often we are focusing on the outcome rather than the steps it takes to get to the outcome. Because growth doesn't actually happen by reaching that goal, by reaching the outcome, by reaching the target. Growth happens in the process, in the step-by-step process that it takes to get to the outcome. That is where the learning happens, that is where the development happens, that is where the habits are built, and that is where the progress is made. I want to use my fitness journey as an example for why we need to focus on the process rather than the outcome. 8 years ago, I wanted to lose weight. This last 6 months, I wanted to lose weight. Back 8 years ago when I was doing the journey, all I was focused on was the outcome. I went to the gym and I followed a structured diet, and I didn't enjoy either of those things. I didn't enjoy the process of getting to that goal because I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. All I could think about was, right, how much do I weigh this week? What have I got left to get to? And I was looking weekly. Sometimes even like every other day, I would be weighing myself. Or, well, why haven't I achieved this? Why am I not here? Well, I'm doing all this work and I'm a little like, I haven't lost any weight this week. I've put on weight this week. By doing that, I'm looking at the results on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. It was having an effect on my mindset. It was disheartening. I went to the gym. I hadn't eaten anything that I shouldn't have eaten, but I hadn't made any progress. And by constantly looking at the outcome, it became a negative, oh, I don't want to get on the scales this week because, like, what if it hasn't got to this, and what if I haven't done this, and it was all of that mindset. This journey that I've just been on has been completely different. When I set up the fitness program with my PT, he asked me what my goal was, and I didn't even want to put a weight on it. I didn't want to say a weight, but I understand that that's how you measure progress. But I didn't want to have the same experience as I had last time, where all I was focused on was the weight. All I was focused on, like, was getting to that weight, because that's not what I wanted. Yes, that would be a measurement of success, but what I wanted was to feel fitter, to be able to, like, not struggle while cycling up a hill, to be able to go hiking without getting out of breath. I wanted to focus on improving my fitness, and with that would come weight loss, but I didn't want the goal, the outcome, or the focus to be on my weight, but that would be a way to measure it. So yes, that was the outcome, because that's a specific way to measure improvement, but what I wanted to focus on was the process. And what I found this time was, when I first started, the fact that I couldn't do a press up, I couldn't do one press up successfully, and it was focusing on the journey, making those small steps of progress. So going from not being able to do a press up to be able to do 3 successfully before I had to go back to my knees, to then be able to do 10 successfully before I had to go back to my knees. So it was the small wins. It was like not being able to do a press up, being able to do a few press ups, being able to do a few more press ups. Another example, my running. I hadn't ran for ages, and my first workout back into running was to jog for a minute, then to walk for a minute, to jog for a minute, to walk for a minute, and had to do that over a period of 18 minutes. And I remember the feeling at the end of that was, oh my God, I'm so unfit. Like, just how hard that was, how hard that run was to do. And if I knew that the goal over the next 5 months was at the end of the 5 months to run 10k, I think that would have scared me a little bit, because I'm like, I can't even run for a minute without struggling. How am I going to run 10k? And I didn't even know the 10k was coming. I wasn't even focused on that. It was like, I'm just following the process. I'm doing this next week. the run was different. And every week the run was hard. It was harder than the week before, but you could see the progress. I was being able to run for like a minute and a half or 90 seconds. Is that the same thing? Minute and a half and 90 seconds? Yep, it is. Yeah, so I was being able to run a little bit further for a little bit longer each week, but I wasn't focused on an outcome. I was literally just focused on taking that step by step by step by step. And yesterday I ran 10k without stopping, without struggling, without feeling like I couldn't do it. And that progress in that 5 months, following the process of doing that each week and growing and developing and learning and progressing, that is what everything should be focused on. The step by steps, the outcome. I can now run 10k. Great. Okay, what can we do next week? It's small wins over a long period of time, and I'm not even bothered. I'm not even bothered. Oh, like what am I running next week? Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna look at it and do it, because the process has been set up for me to succeed. So if I just keep following the steps, I'm gonna keep making progress. I jump on the scales once a week just to update my PT guide. I didn't need to do it for myself because it was about the feeling. I could feel myself getting fitter. I could feel the benefits. I could physically see the benefits. I didn't need a scale to tell me that I was making progress, because I could feel it and I could see it and I could understand it, and I was enjoying it. I was enjoying the process. I was enjoying working out. And there were times that were hard, that were difficult, and I had to force myself out. I want to capture this feeling that I'm feeling right now. Like, this was the first day in the 2 weeks that I've been working out for that I really couldn't be bothered to work out. And like, everything went through my head. Oh, should I just miss it? Blah, 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 blah. Had to literally force myself out the door to go. And I've just finished my workout, my little run, and I feel bloody great. I'm so glad I did it. I ran in the rain, it was lovely, and I haven't, stopped the motivation, stopped the progression. So this is just a gentle reminder, George, if you don't feel like going out for your workout, fucking get off your ass, go out, because you're going to feel amazing. George, this is a message to your future self. If you ever consider not going out because it's raining and doing a workout, reconsider it, because you feel fucking amazing now. Even though you're running against gale force winds and you're so wet, you might as well have jumped in the river. Doing it on the days when you don't want to do it is the difference. That's where the learning comes in. That's where it's mindset over motivation. Once you take away the focus of the goal and actually enjoy the journey and the process, that's where the magic happens. I hope you got some value from this video, and if you're setting a goal, just remember to focus on that process and on that journey, because at the end of the day, the outcome doesn't matter, because that's one split second. The outcome is one split second. The journey is however long it takes, and that's the important bit. Thanks for watching. See you next week.